You've probably heard the classic advice. Just keep walking and you'll stay fit forever. It's like the golden rule of senior fitness. Stroll to the park, chase your dog Rover around the block, and you're good, right? But here's the hot tea. Relying only on walking after 70 might be doing you more harm than good. Plot twist. I know, it's like finding out your favorite show got canceled mid-season, but hear me out. Walking is awesome, don't get me wrong, but it's not the full recipe for aging gracefully. Doctors are now saying that leaning solely on walking could speed up aging instead of slowing it down. Mind blown. Why is that? Walking is like avocado toast, delicious but not a complete meal. If it's your only exercise, you're missing out on critical movements that keep your body strong, balanced, and ready for life. Over-relying on walking can lead to muscle loss, joint problems, and, yep, a higher risk of falls. Yikes. But don't toss your sneakers just yet. I'm not here to scare you into couch potato mode. Instead, I'm sharing 5 key things you should focus on after 70 to stay vibrant, energetic, and independent. These are the secrets to rocking your golden years, and they're way easier than you might think. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Long, your go-to guide for thriving in your golden years. As a doctor, I've spent years helping seniors like you stay strong, mobile, and full of zest. Today, we're diving into a topic that'll flip your perspective on staying healthy after 70. So, grab a comfy seat, maybe a cup of tea, and let's get rolling. In this video, we'll break down 5 essential areas that go beyond your daily stroll. These simple changes can boost your mobility, protect your bones, and maybe even add a few extra years to your life. Stick around until the end, because the last point is a total game changer that almost nobody talks about, but it's huge for living a long, healthy life. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And here's a fun challenge. If you love this video, drop a 1 in the comments. If it's not your vibe, drop a 0. Your feedback helps me create content that's perfect for you. Ready? Let's dive in. Number 1. Strength training to preserve muscle mass. First up, let's talk strength training, the heavyweight champ of aging well. I know what you're thinking, Dr. Emily, I'm not trying to look like a bodybuilder at 70. And I hear you. No one's asking you to bench press a Buick. But here's the deal. After 70, your muscles start playing a sneaky game called sarcopenia. That's the fancy medical term for the gradual loss of muscle mass that creeps in as we age. It's like your muscles are ghosting you, making everyday tasks like carrying groceries or getting up from a chair way harder than they need to be. Walking is great for keeping you moving, but it doesn't do much to build or maintain muscle. It mostly works your legs, and even then, it's not giving your muscles the resistance they need to stay strong. Without strength training, you could be losing muscle faster than you realize, which can chip away at your independence. Think about this. Can you carry a heavy bag of groceries without huffing and puffing? Stand up from a chair without using your hands? Open a stubborn jar of pickles without a struggle? If those things are getting tougher, it's a sign your muscles need some love. Let me tell you about Robert, a 74-year-old patient of mine. Robert was the king of daily walks. Rain or shine, he was out there racking up steps. He thought he had fitness on lock. But one day, he noticed he couldn't lift a box that used to feel light as a feather. Getting up from the couch felt like a CrossFit workout. At first, he shrugged it off as just getting old. But when he came to me, I explained that muscle loss isn't just a natural part of aging. It speeds up if you don't challenge your muscles. So, Robert started simple strength exercises, light resistance bands, bodyweight squats, and even lifting soup cans like they were dumbbells. Within a few months, he felt like a superhero, stronger, steadier, and bursting with energy. Strength training doesn't mean you need a gym membership or a trainer named Chad. You can start small right at home. Try wall push-ups, seated leg lifts, or bicep curls with water bottles. The key is progressive resistance, challenging your muscles just enough to keep them active. And the benefits? They're massive. Studies show that maintaining muscle mass is linked to living longer, moving better, and even keeping your brain sharp. Want to test your strength right now? Here's a quick challenge. Sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands. If you nail it, give yourself a high five. If it's a struggle, it's time to start building that strength. The good news? It's never too late. Strength training can reverse muscle loss, improve balance, and keep you independent for years. If walking's your only exercise, consider this your wake-up call. Muscle is the fountain of youth, and after 70, it's one of the most important things you can protect. Loving this tip? Drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're with me. Now, let's move on. Number 2, balance and stability exercises to prevent falls. Next, let's talk about balance, because staying steady on your feet is a superpower after 70. Walking keeps you moving, but it doesn't always improve your balance. And here's the scary truth. Falls are one of the leading causes of injuries for older adults. We're not talking about a little stumble you laugh off. Falls can lead to serious injuries that take months or even years to recover from. And guess what? Many falls happen not because your legs are weak, but because your balance is off. You might be thinking, Dr. Emily, I've been walking my whole life. My balance is fine. But balance isn't like a fine wine that gets better with age. It's more like your phone battery. Unless you actively recharge it, it fades. Walking doesn't challenge the tiny, stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core the way balance-specific exercises do. Without working on those muscles, even a small misstep like tripping over a rug or missing a curb can send you tumbling. Let me tell you about Edward, a 76-year-old who was always active. He loved his daily walks and thought he was in great shape. But one day, while stepping off a curb, his foot landed at a weird angle, and he nearly face-planted. He caught himself just in time, but it was a wake-up call. His balance wasn't as rock-solid as he thought. When he came to me, I showed him simple balance exercises, standing on one foot while holding a counter, walking heel-to-toe like he was on a tightrope, and shifting his weight side to side. Within weeks, Edward felt steadier, more confident, and ready to tackle any curb life threw at him. Balance exercises are super easy to do at home. No gym required. Try standing on one foot while brushing your teeth or doing slow, controlled weight shifts during your favorite TV show. These moves strengthen the muscles that keep you steady and sharpen your reflexes. The benefits? Better posture, quicker reactions, and, most importantly, a lower risk of falls. Want to test your balance right now? Stand near a counter for safety, lift one foot off the ground, and try to hold it for 10 seconds. If you're steady as a statue, awesome. If you're wobbling like a palm tree in a storm, it's time to give your balance some practice. Balance is one of those things you don't notice until it's gone, but training it now can keep you strong and independent for years. If walking's your main thing, it's time to add some balance exercises to the mix. Drop a 2 in the comments if you're ready to work on your stability. Let's keep going. Number 3, flexibility and mobility exercises to keep joints happy. Now, let's talk about flexibility, because nobody wants to move like the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz. Walking keeps your legs going, but it doesn't do much for your joints' range of motion. After 70, your joints naturally start to stiffen, and movements that used to feel easy, like turning your head or bending to tie your shoes, can feel like you're moving through molasses. If you've noticed it's harder to reach for something on a high shelf or get out of a car, that's a sign your flexibility needs some TLC. Losing flexibility doesn't just make you feel stiff, it can shrink your independence. Simple tasks like putting on a jacket or reaching for something in the back seat become harder when your joints don't move freely. Walking alone doesn't stretch your muscles or engage all the movement patterns your joints need to stay healthy. That's why flexibility and mobility exercises are non-negotiable after 70. Let me share Walter's story. Walter was 78 and still walking daily, but he started noticing that getting out of bed felt like a chore. Reaching down to pick something up required some serious strategy. He thought it was just old age creeping in, but I explained that his joints were stiffening because he wasn't using their full range of motion. We added gentle stretches to his routine, things like neck rotations, shoulder rolls, and knee-to-chest stretches. Within a few weeks, Walter felt looser, moved easier, and even stood a little taller. Flexibility exercises don't mean you have to twist yourself into a yoga pretzel. Simple moves like ankle circles, arm swings, or gentle side bends can keep your joints lubricated and pain-free. The benefits? fewer aches, better circulation, improved posture, and a lower risk of falls. Want to test your flexibility? Stand up straight and slowly turn your head to one side, then the other. Does it feel smooth, or do you feel like your neck is staging a protest? If it's tight, it's time to start stretching. With just a few minutes a day, you can keep your body feeling younger and more mobile. If walking's your main exercise, it's time to add some flexibility to the mix. Your joints will thank you. Drop a 3 in the comments if you're ready to loosen up those joints. Let's move on. Number 4, core and posture exercises to protect your spine. All right, let's talk about your core because it's not just about having abs that could star in a fitness ad. After 70, a strong core is your secret weapon for staying stable, preventing back pain, and keeping your spine happy. Walking moves your legs, but it doesn't engage the deep stabilizing muscles in your abdomen and lower back. If those muscles are weak, you might start noticing lower back aches, slouching shoulders, or trouble standing tall. And let's be real, nobody wants to look like they're auditioning for the Hunchback of Notre Dame. A strong core isn't just about looks. It's about keeping your body balanced and your spine aligned. Without it, you're more likely to feel aches, lose balance, or strain your joints. Let me tell you about Harold, a 75-year-old patient who was always active. He walked every day, but over time, he noticed his shoulders rounding forward and his lower back feeling stiff. He thought it was just aging, but I explained that poor posture was putting extra pressure on his spine and joints. We added simple core exercises, seated pelvic tilts, standing posture resets, and gentle abdominal bracing. Within weeks, Harold had less back pain, stood taller, and even breathed easier. Core exercises don't require a gym or fancy equipment. Try standing tall against a wall, engaging your lower abs while sitting, or doing slow, controlled torso twists. These moves wake up those deep muscles that keep your spine in check. The benefits? Better balance, less joint strain, and even improved digestion. Want to test your core strength? Stand against a wall with your back flat and your head, shoulders, and hips touching the surface. Can you hold that position comfortably, or does it feel like a workout? If it's tough, it's time to give your core some love. Core strength keeps you upright and youthful. If walking's been your only move, add core work. Drop a 4 in the comments if you're ready to stand tall and proud. One more to go. Number 5, joint protection and low-impact movements to reduce strain. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about protecting your joints because they're the MVPs of keeping you moving. Walking is great, but if it's your only exercise, it can put repetitive stress on your knees, hips, and feet. After 70, your cartilage thins, joint fluid decreases, and your body shock absorption isn't what it used to be. That's why some seniors feel stiff knees or achy hips, even if they've been active their whole lives. Joint pain isn't just part of aging. It gets worse if you're not actively protecting your joints. Walking's repetitive impact can strain joints over time. That's why doctors now suggest walking a little less and focusing more on low-impact movements that strengthen and support your joints. Let me tell you about Raymond, a 77-year-old who loved his daily walks. He thought he was doing everything right, but his knees started feeling stiff and his lower back began to ache. I explained that he needed to ease the repetitive strain on his joints and add low-impact options instead. He started gentle swimming, stationary cycling, and chair-based stretches. Within a few weeks, his pain dropped, and he was moving easier without giving up activity altogether. Low-impact movements like water aerobics, Tai Chi, or seated stretches increase blood flow to your joints, improve lubrication, and strengthen the muscles around them without all the pounding. The benefits? Less pain, better mobility, and joints that feel ready to tackle life. Want to test your joint health? Sit in a chair and stand up slowly without using your hands. Do your knees and hips move smoothly, or do they feel like a creaky door in a haunted house? If there's discomfort, it's time to switch to joint-friendly moves. Protecting your joints isn't just about avoiding pain. It's about preserving your mobility and independence for years to come. If walking's been your go-to, it's time to mix in some low-impact love. Drop a 5 in the comments if you're ready to give your joints the VIP treatment. Final thoughts. Well, folks, we've covered a lot today, so let's wrap it up with some real talk. If you've been relying only on walking to stay healthy, you might not have realized how much your body needs beyond those steps to stay strong, mobile, and pain-free after 70. The secret to thriving in your golden years isn't just clocking miles. It's about protecting your muscle mass, boosting your balance, staying flexible, strengthening your core, and easing joint strain. These 5 areas are the keys to staying active and independent for years to come. A lot of people think aging means slowing down, but here's the truth. Your body can still improve at any age. Whether you need to work on strength, balance, flexibility, posture, or joint health, small changes can make a huge difference in how you move and feel. The best part? You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or a time machine to start. A few minutes a day of simple exercises can keep you feeling like the rock star you are. Here's the core 20% you need to take away to understand 80% of this video. Aging well isn't just about staying active. It's about balancing different types of movement to keep your whole body strong. Walking is great, but it's not enough on its own. Add strength training to fight muscle loss. Balance exercises to prevent falls. Flexibility moves to keep joints loose. Core work for posture and stability, and low-impact movements to protect your joints. Start small, stay consistent, and your body will thank you with more energy, better mobility, and fewer aches. So, which of these 5 areas are you going to tackle first? Have you noticed any changes in your strength, balance, or mobility lately? Drop a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to put into action. Your thoughts mean the world to us, and reading your comments keeps me motivated to create more content like this. If you found this video helpful, give it a like, hit subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs to hear this. Your support helps us keep the good vibes and great tips coming. Think of your health like a beautiful garden. Walking is like watering your plants. Essential, but not enough to make your garden thrive. You need strong roots, sturdy stems, flexible branches, a supportive base, and gentle care for delicate blooms. Don't just water your garden. Nurture every part of it, and you'll enjoy a long, vibrant life in your golden years. What's one small change you'll make this week to nurture your health garden? Share in the comments. And if you want more tips for healthy aging, subscribe and join our community. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.